And at this time, we're going to move into our keynote speaker for today. We're very excited. I would say she's practically gained rock star status in the last several months. And now I'd like to invite Kristen, the strategist behind the social media grassroots campaign Bank Transfer Day, the driving force behind the movement that is shifting banking and financial philosophies across the country. According to CUNA, credit unions added an estimated 300,000 members in December alone and about 1 million members in the fourth quarter. The best growth in more than a decade, largely thanks to this national shift in financial relationships. So would you please welcome Ms. Kristen. Come on up. Well, Kristen, thank you for coming here today. We are very happy to have you.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
We had Kristen at our booth at GAC, and she was very interactive with all the attendees at GAC and talking to them about social media and so forth. And so let's just get right into this. We all want to know, can you tell us, explain how Bank Transfer Day came to be?
Well, I'd been a Bank of America customer for 15 years, and I'd put up with quite a bit of abuse over the years. The neglect grew more and more with each passing year. And finally, when they announced the $5 monthly fee for debit card access that would apply to only customers with less than $20,000 in combined accounts, I knew I couldn't support a company that would directly target the impoverished and working class. And so I took to the internet and began Googling to see what banking alternatives were out there. I'd never even heard of credit unions until that day. And reading the very impartial Wikipedia page of how credit unions work, and more importantly, how they serve their communities, I knew that that was the best option for conscious consumers. And I knew it was my duty to inform my social circle of the benefits of doing business with a not-for-profit credit union.
Very good. Okay. Did you expect the interest to be what it was?
Oh, not at all. I invited 500 friends to the original event. I expected that 100 of them would, that 200 would RSVP and 100 would actually take action. I never imagined that 85,000 people would RSVP and then that would snowball into more than 1 million people who opened credit union accounts.
That's quite a feat. So this is actually National Credit Union Youth Week, and the millennial generation is very active in social media. And let me stop there for a second, because obviously I'm one of the older guys. I'm a baby boomer, so tell me about the millennials.
Well, the millennial generation began being born in 1982. There's some differing opinions on when that ended. The overwhelming majority say 2000. Some are saying up to 2002, 2004. The millennial generation is just like any other civic generation that came before. The last civic generational type we saw was the GI generation. And every civic generation has 3 core values, 3 core things that are so important to them. And those are community, prosperity, and technology. So, you look at the GI generation, and the things that they valued, those that they attempted to achieve. And for goodness sakes, they desegregated schools, they built playgrounds, and they put a man on the moon. So there's some pretty big shoes to fill, but I think the millennial generation is definitely up to the task.
Good. What values do credit unions share with millennials, and how can they reach out to that group of young people?
Well, definitely, credit unions already have community and prosperity down pat, in that credit unions serve their communities. That's what they do. They utilize the profits that they make to directly invest in communities. And that direct investment offers the opportunity for prosperity. Many credit unions already have been working toward their technology and catching up to speed with where corporate banks are. And continuing to partner with the incredible array of vendors that are out there for credit unions, you can really adapt your technology and grow with it to be able to further reach the millennial generation. I know even me as a millennial, we're very now. And even one of the vendors, CSCU, works with FIS, blew me away. 48 hours that they were able to get my credit card to me. And as a instant gratification-based millennial, that if you can impress me, that says a lot. But continuing to partner, continuing to work with the vendors that you have out there, and offering mobile banking, online banking, and all of the wonderful payment options that you just spoke about, that's how you're going to grab millennials' attention.
Okay. All right, let's talk a little bit about social media. What role does connecting through social media play for credit unions in reaching their members and potential members?
Well, social media is a conversation. You're opening up a dialogue to collaborate with your members to hear what they want and to work with them to make sure that you're delivering that. Now, social media also offers word-of-mouth recommendation, which millennials in particular are immune to traditional advertising. For the moment we're born, we are bombarded with billboards and commercials and radio ads. And so we've developed this immunity to it that I don't even notice ads when I walk down the street anymore because they are everywhere.
Interesting.
So we've reverted back to this word-of-mouth recommendation that before we make any consumer decision, we check with our friends, we see what they're doing. And social media essentially injects this adrenaline into that and hyperdrives that word-of-mouth recommendation. There are so many ways in which your existing members can recommend your credit union without even meaning to. If they like your page, if they comment on your page, that goes straight into the news feed of every single person who's on their friends list. Now, the average millennial has anywhere from 800 to 2,000 friends on Facebook. That is 800 to 2,000 people who will be directly connected to your credit union just by that one interaction. So it's pretty amazing how social media can get the word out there and let your members sell your service for you.
So I guess social media is like, well, my day it was word of mouth, but it's, so it's word of mouth, only you can exponentially get the word out.
Oh, it's amazing that, jumping off actual consumer and advocacy, I look at the advocates who came before me and generations before, and they had to knock on doors. They had to print out flyers and hang them in stores. They had to do so much actual footwork to accomplish what advocates these days can accomplish in a few clicks. That I can definitely see why the boom generation has nicknamed millennials slacktivists. That we can do so much with such little effort because of all of the wonderful technology we have at our fingertips.
Okay. So the credit union industry has seen some success in the past few months in growing membership. What do you see for the future of credit union industry, and what are the next things for credit unions?
Well, I think that credit unions need to really realize the opportunity that they have before them. That we are entering into an age of a consumer reawakening. People are sick of spending their money and seeing it used for, put business ethics into practice that they don't appreciate. They want to support companies whose values echo their own. And very directly, credit unions offer that. These financial cooperatives help our communities. And so by taking advantage of that and reaching out to millennials and their younger brothers and sisters, the homeland generation, who will share the values of millennials, quite definitely. In doing so, we're going to experience a boom that we have not seen since CUNA was formed back in 1934. So it really is the time. It is credit unions' time. For goodness sakes, the United Nations declared 2012 the International Year of the Cooperative. That's you guys. Time is now. And so I think working together, collaborating with the millennial generation to rebuild our economy. There are a few key points on the way to do that. You really do need to work with them to offer them loans to build their homes and send their kids to school when it's time. But more importantly, before you can do that, you must be able to offer them the loans they need to start the businesses in their own communities. In order to do that, it is absolutely crucial that we raise the member business lending cap. That right now, small businesses, and being a former small business owner myself, I know this more than most, the banks aren't offering the capital small businesses need to grow. You have the capital, you're ready to offer it. We just have this arbitrary cap in the way. And so what I've been doing over the last couple of months, as well as still coordinating Bank Transfer Day, has been to spread the word and let supporters of Bank Transfer Day know that the banks can offer all of the finances they want to politicians to run for their offices, but without our votes, they're not going to get in office. They certainly won't keep their offices. And so letting members of the community know we have a voice in our vote. And if an elected official is not willing to support local communities, we're not willing to vote for them. So I'm urging credit unions to reach out to their members, especially their members who they know are small business owners, and ask them to write, call, and also tweet their senators to ask them to support S2231 to raise the member business lending cap. This is very time sensitive that it should be voted upon, within the next week. So the time is now. We need to raise that cap and give small businesses the capital they need to grow.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any other comments you want to say to the group?
I would just like to thank each and every one of you for serving your communities. It's heartwarming, the love that each of you has for the communities you serve, and I think each of you deserves a very big thank you for that.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.